Once upon a time, I made the rather strange choice of leaving a Buddhist monastery and going directly to Amsterdam. Amsterdam, I think, is a greatly overrated place. It's a rather grim place where you see the ugliest side of humanity. I remember, for example, standing on that bridge at the end of the red light district, looking over the red light district and basically feeling a little bit like Satan overlooking his domain as these, frankly, quite gross men scuttled about, drooling over the women in the windows. Each person, each player in this game of exploitation looking for an opportunity to take advantage of one another. I'm not a great believer that either the men or women can be easily categorized as a victim in this process. They seem to victimize and exploit one another. But in any case, I wanted to tell you about the fat American man I met in a coffee shop in Amsterdam, because he was one of the most memorably cynical individuals I've ever met. And he's also something of a stereotype with reference to American tourists, because it seems to me, in my experience, that you can go to just about any city in Europe and walk down the street, and every now and again you hear this real loud American who thinks everyone wants to hear what he's talking about, as if he's the center of the TV sitcom that he grew up watching and everyone's really interested. You hear these people about. They are fucking annoying, let's be honest. But anyway, there was this guy, and we were sat outside this coffee shop smoking, and he said to me, he said, "Look, man, I came here for two reasons, the hash and the hookers. Look at me, man, I'm in my 50s, I'm pretty overweight. I see a girl like that walk past, how else am I gonna fuck her?" Well, this was an eye-opener. It's kind of depressing, really. I'm not at peace with being a man. It must be said, I'm not at peace with the male lot in life. Not that I think I'd be particularly at peace with the female lot in life either. I mean, if only the end of suffering were as easy as simply being born male or being born female. There's something dissatisfying, I suppose, about both situations. This man, though, I admired his honesty, I have to say, and the fact that he could be so frank, because so many people are phonies. And all these years later, I mean, this must be over a decade ago, I remember this chap. And so good on him, I suppose. I kind of respect him for being so honest about how awful he is as a human being. And I suppose one of my aims with this channel is to be honest about how awful I am as a human being. I think one Zen master said that the aim of Zen Buddhism isn't to stop being an arsehole, it's just to be an awake arsehole. And that, I suppose, is what I hope to work towards. He did, however, say one very wise and useful thing that I wish to convey. He said at one point, I've known a lot of people to die in my life, and you know what they do with your stuff when you die? They get a skip outside of your house and they put everything in it. They throw your shit away. He said, they throw your shit away when you die. And that actually, I think, is wise. There's an important truth in that about perhaps not investing too much of your time accumulating pointless shit that will one day just be thrown into a landfill.